You guys ever heard the rape game?
The rape game?
Yeah.
No, but I'm down.
Yeah, all right. There's a spirit. You want to play the rape game?
I'm not down.
There's a spirit. That's what we like to hear.
But I guess that's the point. Someone has to be against it, right?
Yeah, otherwise it's not the rape game.
So I guess I will volunteer to be the rapey in this situation.
Hey, Stacy.
I don't want it.
Looking kind of good. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. I was the raper in that situation. It was a hypothetical, fun and games.
Mm-hmm.
That was an iconic episode.
Hey, Stacy.
Hey, Stacy.
What's your favorite fucking position? It's like
My favorite scary movie. I don't know, man. I really like the Terrifier movies.
Yeah, I'm more of a slasher guy, and I like Michael Myers. Always have. I got a nice little tattoo my sister did.
Have you seen the Terrifier series?
No, but
it's like exaggerated gore, but
it's that like, clown, right?
Yeah, but it's like 90s vibes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it seems interesting. It's just, you know how a lot of these new movies are. Some of them just aren't very good. So it's like, is it really worth it? Because the preview could look really cool, and then you get into the movie, and it's like, well, it fucking sucks. They wasted all the good stuff in the preview, and none of the good stuff is happening.
You ever seen horror porn?
No.
That's a thing.
I know it's a thing. Hey, there she is. Don't worry, we didn't start without you, dude. We're just bullshitting. Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, right there.
come on in.
Come on in, sit right down.
Get comfortable. You're not in a rush.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I guess we'll start with this one. Welcome to another episode of the I Guess So podcast, everybody. Today's guest is C. Brennan.
Yeah.
She was the second winner of the I Guess So comedy show. And tell us, how did that feel?
Oh my God, it was so much fun because I was so pissed off when I lost the first. I mean, I was
You came very
slightly
close.
disappointed when I lost the first one.
Very close.
She was pissed.
I lost to a man.
Sometimes they say it's always better the second time around.
Yeah, and if I'm being honest, I wasn't as prepared the first time. I didn't know y'all had it going on like that over here.
What were you expecting? Like, because I'm curious to hear when I was like, what were you expecting when Crawford sent you like, hey, barbershop?
I thought it was gonna be much more low key. Like you guys have like such a sweet setup with audio, lighting, the chairs, like
it took a couple credit cards, but we got there.
I can see that. But yeah, I was expecting honestly like that like regular fluorescent lighting was gonna be on. You know what I mean? Like I just expected it to be like kind of like, you know, something more casual, not really that comedy show vibe, but you guys really like have kind of honed that in with like the crowds kind of more in the dark. We got the spotlight on us. And so it kind of has that slight little comedy club vibe, even though we're clearly still in a barbershop.
Right.
Yeah, but
a very nice one.
Like I have videos of like when we were first setting that up. That was not the initial idea. Like the initial idea that wasn't there. My checkout counter was over here.
But where that's the checkout counter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I love that. Okay.
And everything was a little different, but we just pieced it little by little, and now we're here in this camo barbershop with clowns.
What's the camo affiliation? Are you retired?
My brother's in the military, the Air Force. That's why I put that. And he helped me open up this barbershop, so that's why. Yeah.
Shout out to him.
He initially had opened this place, but it was a salon. And then, you know, his job got in the way, and I was like, I'm probably not going to succeed in life that much, so I'll just be a barber forever. And I bought it. And
look at you now.
And now we're here.
It's a good profession. Everybody needs their fucking hairs cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's recession proof. I saw with COVID.
Yeah, you noticed that.
Hookers and barbers, you know, we're always gonna be
plumbers, electricians.
You both do house calls,
right?
Well, I don't. I'm a classy broad. You come to me.
Yeah.
I don't. What do you call it? I don't host.
Right.
You remember Backpage? Host only or alcohol?
I think so. Yeah.
Come on, Mister. I think so. We all know.
Said,
okay. All right.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
Oh, you should remember Backpage.
I think so. Is that kind of like Craigslist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
jeez.
MySpace?
Right. I know MySpace.
Instagram. Back in the 90s. You remember that?
What? Yeah, the Instagram of the 90s.
What was the first website you ever typed in?
Oh. Google.
I think mine was
Google?
Ask Jeeves.
How old are you?
32.
Yeah, it wasn't Ask Jeeves.
I don't
Mine
remember.
was Nickelodeon.com.
The first computer we had.
I was gonna say I think mine was like fucking like Adult Swim games or some shit like that.
Oh,
like
yeah.
some kind of
video
games.
game
I
shit.
remember like first getting a computer, and that was the first thing me and my brother were like, all right, let's play some games.
How about
And then shortly after it was let's download some porn.
Right.
How about Newgrounds?
Yeah, Newgrounds.
Oh, yeah, that was tight.
Yeah. Newgrounds, 4chan.
Violent games and porn.
Oh, I don't do games like that. So.
No.
It's like online gaming
The fact
stuff.
that I knew Grand Theft Auto was just like
Oh, yeah.
By
off
chance.
Yeah, there's like one of 6 games I know about.
I know you joke around a lot about his shit, but does any of that, and you don't have to get too descriptive, but is some of the trauma real?
I think all the trauma is real. Some of the stories are certainly exaggerated. There's some little details that are switched up to just make the joke punchier, but it all definitely starts from a real situation, story.
How'd you get into comedy?
Like everybody else, I just showed up one day and actually went up there instead of not.
What was your first open mic?
It was in the Springs, Colorado Springs. I forget the name of it. It's at a brewery called Nanos. And somebody I went to high school with was running that open mic at the time. And it was like the night before my 33rd birthday. And I just went up there and
Oh, she haven't been doing it
rambled
that
for
long.
3.5 minutes.
So you're pretty fresh. You're
Yeah,
pretty
this is my
fresh.
third year.
I would have
Nice.
guessed way longer
Yeah, see,
just
same.
by how comfortable I saw you on here and all that.
Yeah, some people tell me because I used to do public speaking and stuff. And I was like, I mean, I would tell jokes and stuff like that. They're like, so you kind of been doing it longer. And I'm like, okay, that's true too, but also not with intention. It's different making people laugh when they're not expecting it versus like a comedy show.
That's
where
true.
that's what they're expecting is to laugh. Yeah.
Make me laugh. And then some rooms are tougher than others. I would say like the audience here comes to laugh. They're very much like,
Yeah, they're very friendly.
oh my God, yeah, it's so much fun. And
I
like,
try pushing
supportive.
the whole flash your lights if they suck, but we haven't had anybody that sucked, I think. We've had
Yeah.
a
Not
first.
that bad.
I don't know about that,
Yeah.
but
A few first. Oh, yeah, we didn't give him a mic today. We ran out of plugins,
I
but
know.
it's all right. He can yell. We'll hear him. He's not much of a yeller. I don't think I've ever
not
heard.
much of
I
a
don't think I've ever
talker.
heard Jack yell. I've known him for 30 years.
Wow.
I've heard him yell. Like get someone to get the fuck out of there, out of his house. Like at 3 in the
That's
morning.
appropriate.
Yeah, with the baseball bat in hand. You should have seen my boy. He was like,
It was a hooker. She wouldn't
Yeah.
leave. She wouldn't leave.
nah. It was one of his crazy friends. I can't remember if I got the situation mixed up. I seen one of your fucking homies crash literally right in front of the house, like drunk as shit. I was looking out the window and I just seen a car like fucking swerving down the road, and it crashed into like a parked car on the opposite side of the street. And then I seen the guy tumble out all fucking drunk. I think it was that time. Jack's like, who the fuck? Like he went out there like, and his boy came up like, hey, and he's all fucking
I
faded.
don't have the
as
balls
shit.
for that. I'll call the cops and I'll lock the door. Yeah. I'm that kind of guy.
You're that kind of
Nice.
guy. Military brother.
I lift weights, but I'm a pussy, you know.
Just aesthetics.
Yeah, it's just I hope no one ever like really squares up.
Stop it.
Oh, where were we
You're
going?
a boxer. It's so funny.
Oh, what? Because I fucking hit a punching bag. I'm a boxer now.
Hey,
We're all boxers then.
I mean, I think you'd be able to hold your own. Like if you
Maybe.
you're
had to,
pretty
if you had,
formidable
I wouldn't
size
say
dude. Also,
if you
what
go
if
looking
the
for a
first
fight if
bomb
you
that
had
fucking
to?
hits me starches me like McGregor starched Aldo?
Have you never been in a fight? Like, do you not know?
Not in
fight?
a street setting,
No, interesting.
like in a ring
I
and
was
stuff
forced.
like that.
I was
Yeah, but
forced into fights. Honestly,
I mean, there's no point to it. You know what I mean? Unless you have to fight somebody. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. But I think you'd be able to hold your own if you needed to. If you had
had
to fight
a-
somebody.
you
you'd
just
be
like fucking chop someone in the throat. Like
I took a really low like underground kung fu class for like a year.
explain that stories.
He told us like a defense on how to like
are you
bite
trying to be
people's
Batman?
neck.
Whoa.
No, he's like this is the last resort, guys. But you fucking do this
survival.
and you bite him
Crazy.
right here. Yeah,
Just
and
tear out
that's-
the
and it's
jugular.
over. 10 seconds, it's over.
I mean, yeah. Like
Fair.
if you're like in some kind of fucked up hold and like like they're gonna be like, I don't know, if you could get away by biting, then fucking bite. Like
I feel like we're scaring you with these random thoughts. Are we?
no, I just feel actually more confident that I could take all of you one-on-one right now. I'm like,
I
actually,
came here to talk to
yeah.
these fucking pussies.
Yeah, okay, we got
Awesome.
this. That's why I carry a metal water bottle.
See, there you go.
I carry mace. So yeah, that's
I should get mace. That's like, because the thing about my things, you have to be close. Oh Jesus, you have to do that. Be close
Yeah.
contact, and so, yeah. it's
No,
not
I'm just
safe.
joking. I'm fucking lethal.
He's like, oh, he's like,
No
this
one.
is all a
I wish I
front.
had like a badass rock. The fuck?
Not the
So
sound
interesting.
pads.
No fucking sound pads.
Yeah, nothing.
Oh. No, nothing. I ain't got nothing.
you need to add the Buck Up Buckaroo song again from
Nope.
the old,
Oh, I
old
gotta
days.
pick up.
No, that's not helping.
That's
That's it. Nope.
Makes you sound like more of a pussy.
Yeah, that didn't work how I wanted it to. You remember the first time you were in a room and like you finally got all the laughs and like it feels good? That little wave of chills you get when you get like your first laugh.
Yeah, I think that happened pretty early. Just even at open mics, I was like, "Ooh, I like this." But the first like big one was when I got to do New Talent Night at Comedy Works.
Nice.
And it was like a sold out room. And yeah, it was pretty.
Felt good.
Oh yeah.
I look at people's eyes when they get laughs, and I'm like, I want that. But I have one day.
You will.
One day.
It's like a high of sorts for sure.
Yeah, a lot of people say it is.
Yeah, I just kind of keep chasing it. So it's also just validating because like you work really hard on stuff and you're just like, we'll see if this works or not. And then when it does, you're like, oh my God, yes.
Is it hard balancing? Because you do it a lot. Is it hard balancing like a life and comedy life?
Yeah, it can be.
So it requires weird hours and shit.
Yeah, it is weird hours. My first like year, I didn't do any actual like work. I just lived off of savings and I was staying with my mom. And yeah, so I just did comedy. Like I would just practice all day and like write and like do stupid reels and stuff. And then I'd go to open mics at night or if I got booked finally. And
that's dope.
I traveled really early on because I travel anyway. So I go see my friend in Miami once or twice a year. I go to Seattle where I used to live at least once a year. So I was like doing comedy on the road like literally 3 weeks in. So I actually did my first show ever in like Miami instead of Colorado.
Did that come? Do you feel like that came to you just like you were at the right place, right time, kind of just made the right moves at the right time? Or did you kind of like study the game and be like, I need to be out there. I need to be doing these tours. No one who the hell, goes out of the state in 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's hard to say like what the formula was. I definitely was one of those people who said, I'm going to try comedy one day for like 10 years and like writing down little jokes here and there, kind of been the funny guy before. So I think there was a lot of preparation there, listening to different comedians and stuff like that, and just knowing that, there was like this grind of like, and if with anything, you have to put in your like 10,000 hours in or whatever before you're an expert. So it's like the only way to do that is to get on stage. The only way to get on stage is to keep going out. And what I notice is, if you're a gym person, you can relate to this. You put in, say, 2 weeks of work, you lose that in 1 day off. You know what I mean? And it's very similar. Even as somebody who has a public speaking background, who like has some chops on stage, who's hosted things, there's still like, to this day, I can get a little rusty if I'm not really out there.
Do you think it might actually be rusty, or you think you get you get unused to that feeling you get when you don't get the laugh, or like the split second of like, oh shit, I'm fucking up, and you don't know how to handle it?
Speaking from experience, because I'm on that lull, it's a bit of both. Like you feel that rust, but yeah, it's because you haven't been getting your reps in, so you're like, oh man, am I going to be ready? Like, and then the nerves set in. Like I've been fortunate enough, and Dan has been crazy cool to give me 3 guest spots this year just at the Improv. So every time I went up, it was like crazy nerves. I did a cold open for Corey and Chad, the Smash Bros dude, and that was like the most nerve wracking. I thought I was going to bomb, and that's where I got the most laughs. So that was probably one of my best 5 minutes I've ever done. But
that's weird how
it's when you be prepared.
When you're like, I'm gonna do terrible, and then you do great.
Yeah, but it's that feeling of oh crap, am I prepared enough? Like, am I really ready to do this? You know what I mean? And it's when you getting in reps, being consistent. That's when you're confident. You're like, yeah, of course I can do this. Like I'm gonna smash it.
But I think that happens in any kind of like artistic profession. I'm not calling myself an artist, like a douchebag because I cut hair, but like sometimes I'm like, I fucked up this haircut. But like later I see them like they took a selfie. And like I'm into the game enough where I didn't fuck it up. It's okay, but in my mind I'm like I fucked it up.
Sure.
But like they take selfies, like dude, this is the freshest one I've ever gotten, and I'm like, oh shit, I guess I'll keep smoking crack before I cut hair.
But it's just like that, you're going to be your own worst critic. So if you really want to be about it, put the time in, like I said, and build your confidence, because that's pretty much what it is. Having your stage presence, building your confidence, like I said, getting your reps in, so that, like I said, you get those bigger gigs and you get paid. Like, put yourself out there, like, and you're ready to do it, and everyone knows they can count on you to be funny.
Yeah. See, I have the magic edit button. I can make myself funny.
That's just how it is. Yeah, that's just how it is.
You be killing me with those AI images on.
Oh yeah,
I look sexy. Yeah,
Bing
I like
bong.
them.
Bing bong, hello.
It really. One time I was on an edible. I was like, maybe I should transition. But then I'm like, no, I'm too far in.
Too far in.
Look at these hands. These hands are not gonna.
Those look pretty. Those look a little feminine.
I was like,
those look like.
I'm not trying to be mean.
Oh, dude. You're right.
You put some nails on you.
Yeah. Those are some
You have
nice,
really nice nail
some
beds.
nice looking hands.
Men get the best nail beds and eyelashes. I hate all.
Nah.
Even you. Get out of my face. Okay.
Well, thanks for waking up that monster again. I'm gonna go home and think about my hands again.
Don't think about it.
Yeah, I even asked my wife. I was like, "What would you think? You leaving? You staying? Or what are you doing if I do it?"
Yeah, what she say?
She's out.
We got a mortgage, bro.
Oh, yeah?
I have to stay.
Nice.
I like her. We've had very minimal conversation, but I like her.
Yeah, she's not too fluent, but she likes you too. When I saw her, I was like, "This is who we're interviewing." She said, see.
Nice. And those tacos. Oh, and then your mother-in-law's fucking bread pudding.
You liked it?
Oh my God. Yes. Liked it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that bread pudding was good.
Yes.
Yeah, we're hopefully going to have another pastry for the next show.
Nice.
Did you see Crawford's post that we had to readjust things a little bit?
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
Just for a little bit. The prices are going to be a little lower just for a little bit.
That's fair.
But we'll bounce back and we'll be able to bring back like the people we were bringing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's how
solid.
comedy goes.
I could be wrong, but I feel like those dudes were hooking it up anyway. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for bucket spots to get any sort of money, it's kind of fun. So
Yeah, and then
cool.
and then we're gonna do a thing.
You get an exposure and time spot.
I kinda
and
wanna
all
do
that
a
shit
thing-
anyways.
Yeah.
How do you feel about? I was thinking have a prize, no matter what. If you get called up, if you're one of the lucky 9 guys, even if you suck, we'll still give you a joint or whatever, a condom or both.
yeah, no, make it funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't make it a cool prize. If you're gonna do that, yeah, make it like a consolation.
I was thinking
prize.
doing a prison pack, like a towel wrapped with a toothbrush and a condom,
Nice.
a sharp toothbrush.
There you go.
Yeah,
Sharp toothbrush.
prison package.
That'd be funny.
You're doing this for fun. You might end up in prison one day. You need that. You think there's stand up in prison?
Of
Maybe.
course there is.
I
I've
think
seen
so. Yeah.
I think I've seen like a guy that fucking performs in prison.
I feel like you would run a block. Have you ever seen Orange is the New Black?
I have.
I
Seen
feel like
Orange
you
is the
could
New
run
Black.
one of those the pods.
I could possibly, maybe, perhaps. I don't know.
Nah, you got
Depend
it.
on the level of.
I think you got
It
it.
would depend on the level of prison. I know some people in prison.
You're good at
and
talking, so you'll brainwash all those fucking crackheads real
Start a
quick.
fucking cult.
Yeah.
Dude,
See,
we were just
that's
talking
funny. We were
about
just
this.
talking about that Jim Jones, that whole
I got
thing.
the hair.
Have
Yeah,
you
there you
seen
go.
that show about this lady who calls herself like Mother God or some shit? She's
Really?
Yeah, she was
No.
this hot ass lady who started a cult.
I know what you're talking about. I just don't know by name.
There's a documentary.
What's like their thing?
She
every
was
cult's
like
like a thing.
she's like
They're who they
mother.
worship.
She's like just Mother God. You worship me, and then like later in the
Some
series,
general classic worship, no sacrifices or anything too crazy.
nothing crazy.
Because I'm
but
here for it. If it's not
how would you
harming
run a
anyone.
cult if you're running a cult?
I would just want lots of gifts. I feel
Just
like
money?
Yeah,
Or
money.
just you
money's
more about
good,
the money or
but if
more
we're in
about the
prison-
surprise?
Are we still in prison? Or are we just running a
Let's
general
go back
cult?
to prison. Yeah,
Prison cult's fun.
Prison cult.
Yeah, like I just want to make sure anything
idea
I
is the same.
want, max out the books. I need 6 pillows, like whatever I could use, I need. And just like back in the day, how we just fed the artists basically, and they just had whatever they needed.
But you know what comes
That
with
would be
running
it.
the block, right? You got to handle the drug supply. Shit's gonna get wild. You're gonna
That's
have
why I
to
said it has to be like a lower level prison. Like I'm not getting too dangerous here. I'm gonna be running the like fucking contraband book fucking supply.
put, yeah.
Not the drugs. I'll help you get your tea if you need it.
That's
for
where I'm gonna be
transition.
fine. I'm gonna be fine in prison.
Testosterone,
Yeah,
not
Yeah,
the
you're going to
other
be
thing.
taken care of.
yeah. I'll be fine because I'm gonna either be a barber.
Yeah.
Or if I ever get sentenced, like I'll just identify as a chick right away. Like
Off top.
yeah,
Right away.
Yeah,
Off
it's
top.
fine. Yeah,
Hey,
You have to
gay
wear
for
a
the
different
state.
color shirt. Did you know
I'll
that?
wear whatever I need to wear. It's fine. I'm not. If I can get put in the other prison, that's fine.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'll wear a wig every day. Whatever I got to do, I'll cut hair.
Well, the thing is, like, you'd have to transition to be put in the other prison. So what happens is if you identify as a woman, you still go to male correctional facility, but you wear a different color shirt and you kind of get just treated a little differently, and you're gonna be a bottom bitch real quick.
Is that really how it works?
Yeah,
I was-
I
but
literally
have you
know,
heard
like,
there
3
are some
in
people
prison
that-
right now.
No, but there are people who are like straight up like look just like me, and they're like, I'm a girl, and they put them in there, and then they get like in trouble for raping all these women and knocking up women.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they just slipped through the cracks, huh?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's slipping through the cracks. It's a flaw.
People transition to like completely, and then are still like lesbians and stuff. So they could just really like women too. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I think they're just trying to stay away from the ass.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yo, no, some of those correctional facilities, like you can't give consent as a prisoner, right? So like those people are always like, it's always the officer that's wrong in those situations.
Yeah, PREA
Unless
is
like
not a
you get
thing.
attacked physically, but like, yeah, if you fucking people.
Do you think I'd probably get bullied by looking at me? You can be honest.
Maybe.
Because I think I
In
would.
prison.
Probably.
Yeah.
But you're not like a little guy, so like
Well, new guys
you have
always
to
get
learn
it.
how to fight for real. But yeah,
New guys always get it when they're in, so it doesn't matter what you look
you
like.
do have nice skin.
Yeah.
Thank you. I try to take
His
care of it.
arms, I'm like looking at your face.
I don't know. I can't see my. Well, thank you.
I
mirror.
exfoliate.
I'm not glowing because of my good skin. I'm glowing because of the light.
Yeah, it's the angle.
I hope I am
Perfect
too.
fucking
Lighting.
lighting over here.
I was right about the light. You look good too, man. Your arms look big.
Trust me, it's just the lighting. I'm fat under
So I'm
the
saying
shirt.
this lighting was a good choice.
Yeah, I'm
You're
soft.
still wearing a Christmas shirt.
I could really
Yeah,
see
it's almost the end of the
I
holiday.
could really see the
Got it for
red in
Christmas.
your beard.
Yeah, bacon spirit Sprite and it's cups, red Solo cups.
It's very frat boy of you.
Oh, well, I was in the army.
Do you
It's
have an
kind of the
American
same
flag
thing.
on your arm?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I wasn't
Have
a
you
frat. I
read
was
my
in the
America.
army. Huh?
Have you heard my joke?
I think so. Yeah. I think I've heard that one, and I like it. I want you to keep doing it.
Thank you. I will.
Yeah.
Hey,
Frat
just
guys give
because
the
he
best
said I should.
blowjobs, though. Yeah.
What? Fat
How do
guys
you-
give the
Frat
best.
guys. Frat guys.
Give
yeah.
the best
Because I was in the
blowjobs because
army.
you practice on each other.
No, the frat guys practice on me. Yeah. I'm not gay. You're sucking my dick. I'm the soldier. You're just a college kid.
Did you ever catch anybody in the war zone?
Yeah, man. And because I'm gonna write a new like a story, like a joke about it because it's a true story. So,
But it's don't
funny if-
ask, don't tell.
So-
If you tell, you're breaking the rules.
Well, no, they got rid of that. So when I went on my tour,
He's like, we can talk about it. We can
like,
talk
all the
about it.
secrets
so
are
yeah,
out.
that's how it used to go in the army, right? But in 2011, like they passed like this little thing that said, well, you don't worry about it anymore because there's more gay people serving, so we have to be more accepting, right? So as long as it's still,
Don't worry about it.
don't tell
You
anybody.
don't give a
right?
damn. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, if you guys are beating cheeks, just make sure you're doing your job and don't try to, but straight people get into scuffs at work all the time. So people are just people. People are going to do whatever they want anyway.
Do you have a lube out there, or what are they doing?
Yeah, man, you can buy stuff online and get it shipped to you out there all the time.
Out there?
Well,
Does the Amazon
so it
helicopter
depends.
show up or what?
No, it's just like any package. You just wait for it to get there.
Fucking
It
drone
just takes a little
drone
longer.
shows up.
It just
No,
drops
man,
off your fucking pack of lube.
No drones,
Expect
man.
it tomorrow.
It's got like
It's-
on the screen what the fuck it is.
Right.
Or
Like,
it
No, it's
shows
all-
how far away it is.
No, it's still just all hand delivery shit. But if your unit is smart, they'll make you open up your package in front of them to make sure you don't have anything like alcohol or drugs or, sex shit. But people get a hold of shit all the time, dude. Yeah, people know how to get around that. It's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Never
Well, of course not. It's just, so it's like jail in a way, right? Because you work for the government, so you're not supposed to do a bunch of shit. But if you want to do it, you're gonna find a way to do it.
he's like, there's still plenty of ass raping.
Yeah,
We're
but
being exploited.
not on the. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of ass sex on the army side, but inside in the prison overseas in Afghanistan, it's hilarious because if you guys know anything about Muslim culture, you know that they hate homosexuals. Like they'll fucking stone
They'll burn you
and
alive,
not in
yeah.
the good way, right?
There's a good way. Well, I
It's really
guess
terrible. Like, and they really hate black people and they hate gays.
There's a
So
lot of black Muslims.
not too many, but they still.
What you mean?
What are you
not too
talking
many?
about? There's a lot of them. I had a room full of
I'm sure
black
there are.
Muslims here one time preaching about how they're the chosen ones.
But not
and
too
shit.
much in Afghanistan, I don't think, in Iraq and
Oh,
shit.
you're speaking specifically.
So,
that
yeah,
is
yeah.
Muslim culture. I was like, I forgot we were talking
Well,
about
in
war
those
zones.
countries,
My
in those
bad.
countries, how they are because
Yeah. I was like, I forget some of
it's-
the war zones we created.
they're the people who live like in the mountains, like literally in caves in those countries, like they're deep rooted in their faith, and so they really hate homosexuals. But every Thursday, man, we called it Man Love Thursday out overseas, and they would always fuck each other on
Self-hate
Thursdays.
is like the deepest
crazy.
hate, you know what I mean?
And then they didn't want you to tell any of their brothers when you would catch them because it's like, why not? You're all doing the same thing. You can see 4 or 5 guys.
Shame. Religious shame is like
Yeah, it's
across the
huge.
board, like craziest
I
thing.
remember hearing a story like a couple of years back about this preacher, and yeah, he was like super like into like preaching against gays and this and that. And then he was caught, like fucking some fucking dude. Like
That's crazy.
People
by
who
a
are really
PI and
against it are
shit, like-
usually hiding something. Like when I
Yeah.
ask my client, I fuck with my clients all the time. And like sometimes I'll ask around, like, you ever thought about like gay shit before?
fuck no, fuck you.
Some,
Right.
some will laugh. Some will be like, "What? No, bro. What the fuck? I eat pussy all day." And I'm like, "Just relax, bro. I'm just making fun. Just making conversation.
Just a joke.
It's a long day."
It's a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just
Looking
get
at
all
you from a
hot. They
weird
get all
angle.
hostile with you. Like, you ever fucking say that shit again? I'll beat your ass.
You're behind them saying this too. You can't do
Yeah,
that to
that's
these
kinda-
people.
His hands on their fucking shoulders. Like, hey,
Right.
have you ever had a gay thought about me? It's
Right.
Help me.
like me specifically.
How do I look, bro? I've asked my clients the dumbest shit. I wish I could record.
That'd be funny.
what I could ask my clients, but I've asked them inappropriate things.
Yeah.
I've asked some clients like back to the whole transitioning joke. I was like, if I transition, bro, would you stay or would you? Are you gonna support me or are you gonna leave? Like I need my clientele. I'm gonna have bills. And some of them have the funniest. Some of them get mad. I have this prison who's like, "Fuck no, guy! Like, what the fuck you mean? Am I gonna keep coming?" Like,
as long as your titties aren't too big, that you're like
I'm
hitting them on
nah.
the back of my head, I think I'd be okay.
I'm going big.
Yeah. Go big or
big.
go home. There you go.
I think if I'm going
Ready
down,
for the back problems?
Right.
I do deadlifts a lot. It's all right. It's gonna
Keep
be
your
like
core
deadlifting.
tight.
I
Yeah.
lift, bro.
It's gonna be like deadlifting 24/7.
Yeah. Just keep your core tight.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Did you get some C cups?
Have you guys seen that there's a transport service? Oh, I didn't know this. When chicks get like these surgeries to shape themselves now, like they're fucked up for a while. Like they're covered like mummies. They're bleeding everywhere. Like they can't sit on their ass for like weeks because they
Oh, you mean like people getting BBLs and
Yeah,
lipo
yeah.
and all that stuff?
There's this chick.
I was about to say, why are we still talking about trans people? But I'm glad we moved on to weirdo bitches. Perfect. Keep going.
It's a good transition.
They are transitioning if you think about it.
They are.
Yeah.
dude.
They are. They're changing their lives. It's weird. When you see them in bikinis, you can see the scars. I don't really like it. It looks a little fake, but who am I? Who am I to judge? If there was an implant, like a surgery
Some
for
of
a bit,
it's really dangerous. It's
Yeah.
very,
Yeah, I've heard of
yeah.
people dying, like, you know, from
Straight
botched
up.
surgeries and shit like that. And
Because they want to go cheap because they don't have so much money to get it like a little bit better done.
I remember
you know?
hearing the story of some
Yeah.
lady who went overseas, to try to get it cheaper, and then like what they were injecting in her wasn't actually silicone or some shit. It was like I forgot what the fuck it was, and she died.
whatever.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
like she fucking
Crazy.
she died from that shit.
yeah. There's the. Where was I going with this fucking? See, we spiral for fucking.
I don't know. You said they
I
look
think
like
we all
mummies.
like
You
natural
said they were
lady.
like mummies.
There's
We all
this
agree.
lady. There's this lady who picks up like ladies who just got snatched. That's what they call it when you get your
Okay.
waist snatched.
Yeah, okay.
And like she's on her phone and like they have to lay face down. So she picks them up in a cargo van.
Nice.
And she's recording herself like, just another fucking day. And she's got this dead body face down in her fucking
nice.
car. And that's what she does for a living. She makes a killing. She like washes their bandages and moves them around. They got to lay face down
I could do
everywhere.
that. I could do that job.
You could do that, but
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna want a dude picking them up.
Yeah,
Not
probably
yet.
not.
They're not secure
Yeah.
yet.
Tell me
wouldn't feel
gay.
Yeah,
Let's go to work. Tell me
wouldn't-
gay.
I wouldn't want.
Yeah, I
I
get-
wouldn't want that job.
No?
I don't know. You give off too much machismo. I don't know if you can even lie about being gay.
Hey, I know some machismo
Hey,
guys
I
who are gay.
experimented. Psych. I'm totally kidding.
This guy,
Gives a shit.
a good buddy of mine. He's in the army with me.
You don't
I
know
never-
until you're gay until you know.
Yeah.
Don't try it. Don't knock it till you try it.
No,
Right?
I'm
You
pretty-
try
can't
something
know
3
until
times,
you know.
I know
hate
I'm
it,
not
yeah.
gay.
My clients get offended all the time. Like, you can't know until you know, bro. Take it however you want. Stop coming here if it offends you. You don't. How do you know you don't? I didn't know I liked avocados till I tried avocados. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll love it. Maybe you'll hate it.
Manny hates it.
Oh no, I'm not against it.
Am I the first woman on the podcast?
No.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
No. Why are we giving up?
First comedian, female comedian. Yeah. Right?
It's just very
Female
broy. I'm
comedian,
here for it.
yeah.
I'm pretty broy. It's cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, that's why I asked you at first. I think we're talking about some ridiculous. She's like, "What the fuck are these guys talking about?"
Yeah, I'm not scared.
we could talk about.
No, I was going to ask you how far into it, but maybe it didn't happen for you because you started like hustling real quick. Did it take for your family to be like, "What the fuck is C. Brennan doing?"
That's funny. So the first,
I know your family doesn't call you C. Brennan, but you know that's just the name I built in you. And it's
like
Christina, right?
my name is Christina, and my mother calls me Brennan. My brother calls me Sis, and my dad calls me Christina. But yeah, Brennan is like everybody calls me Brennan. So the C thing was just taking out the Christina basically, and I didn't want to go by one name that felt silly. And then my online name has been C. Brennan for like 10 years now, maybe. So I just kind of went with the stage name that was consistent. But yeah, they were all pretty supportive early on. First open mic, my brother was there, my mom was there, my grandma's come to some shows. My dad finally came out. It took him a little while. Like,
Oh, so your first mic was like planned when you were like, "I'm gonna go up."
yeah,
You
it was like,
invited
it's my
people.
birthday. Yeah, I told all
okay,
people to
cool.
come out. Yeah, it was dope.
I thought it was just like a
So
random
of course
day.
I didn't go up till like hella late because if you bring people and you're new, you're not going up early. So because we don't want the audience to leave with you when you're done. But yeah, when I was new, people were coming out. Also, nobody knew I was back in Colorado. I moved away for a while and I kind of snuck back in, and nobody like knew I was here. So then I started posting like that I was out. So people were just like popping up on me in the Springs. That's where I'm from, and Yeah, the family supported pretty early on. I just even had a conversation with my dad about, spending more time on comedy and stuff like that. And he actually seemed pretty supportive. So, which was very surprising because he's very much like a.
See, that's dope that you got the wheels going quick. There's a lot of them who are like, well, what's Chris up to in the family? He's doing like a comedy show or something. Yeah, they laugh. Yeah.
Yeah, they still don't fully get it. They're like, some people, it's like, how's it going? They don't fully understand, but they support it because, I don't know. I've been very successful in other things that I've tried, so I think they just kind of trust that, like, okay, well, she's going to at least work hard at it 'cause she's a hard worker. So they trust that I'm not just, like, dicking around and just, like, throwing my life away to, like, call myself a comedian and have that be, like, an excuse to go get drunk every night or whatever. They know I'm, like, working at this, so, yeah.
Well, if you're ever interested, I would if you ever thought about recording, like, a 15, 30-minute special?
Eventually, it'll come.
Like, it doesn't, like...
It's funny because one of my, like, kind of mentors in the game asked me that recently, and I was like, maybe next year we'll plan it.
Do one here. Do a 15-minute special here.
Yeah.
The crowd is consistently full. We have multiple angles.
Next year
audio.
is right around the corner.
Next year is right around the corner. You are not lying about that.
So next week.
Next week. Okay. All right. We'll publicly commit to.
We'll put a bookmark on that. Think about it. I don't want to pressure you, but it's something.
I mean,
we
can film it. We don't have to put it out if I don't like it. So
yeah, that
it's
works.
Process. It's process before you put it out.
Exactly. So. Okay, I'll publicly commit now. My first special is being filmed at California.
There you go. It's on camera.
I guess so. Podcast.
It's
nice,
on.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do whatever you want. 15 or 30.
Cool. It'll be something in the middle, probably.
Yeah.
Every time I get 15, I run the light like a motherfucker. I'm like, my bad. I'm coming.
Yeah.
I didn't do too bad here. I think I hit exactly 15.
Bring some people who you want to, like, there's somebody that you want to bring with you. Like, hey, you want to be my opener?
Yeah, we'll make it a whole show.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
It'll be fun.
Solid. We're doing it. All right.
We're doing it. First one on the books.
Yeah, just like that.
Just like that.
6:38, December 29th. Remember this day, fellas.
2024.
Today.
You know what's funny
Today, we embark on a new journey. I wish I had the tense music. I don't have it on here.
We embark on a new journey. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
That's fine. I'm here for it. I'm here to embark on new journeys. But no, my boyfriend and I were talking about it. He came to when I was on the showcase, like doing the 15-minute feature. And he was like, that just feels like your spot. You know what I mean? And he also mentioned that he's not going to like any other bar show or like indie show besides this one. He's like,
nice.
The clubs or the barbershop, I'm not going to any other shows.
He doesn't like them?
Yeah, he's a big fan of comedy, but he just has like a low tolerance for kind of the open mic vibe for sure.
Well, you work a lot too. It's probably it probably gets dull, you know, going to all these places. Sometimes I could see that, you know, like some shows are like, oh, this show sucks. But, you know.
Yeah, so he likes going to New Talent Night at Comedy Works and here.
That's cool. I'm glad he likes it here.
That's big compliment, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I said, big.
The
fan of
main
comedy,
reason I started this one was for comedians to come work their stuff out anyways. Like the fact that we got a crowd going early on the first, that was fucking dope. But the initial idea was to have somewhere you can just come and work out your material and then go to your, like a lot of people go to Comedy Works or whatever, but you know, come fuck up here. You know?
Yeah.
But no, Crawford set it up real well and it's been going really good.
Yeah, he's got a lot of experience and
he knows a lot.
We're hungry we're all hungry for stage time. Things have been closing down and stuff like that. We just lost a comedy venue, Wide Right. We was doing comedy 4 nights a week there. So that and a couple other things have shut down, showcases and stuff. So, and that's how it goes. It ebbs and flows. So it's like not like the end of the world, but it's sad to see stuff go. So you'll see, I think on Sundays for sure, you're going to see more people popping up because we lost
River and some other places too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you to tell Mike if he ever wants to do a big mic at California's, do it here.
Yeah, I told him that already, man.
Yeah.
When he did our last Thursday showcase at the Improv, told him the same thing, man. Because he said after he did his show, he might come through on that Sunday, so he might be coming. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he's a funny motherfucker.
I told him Sundays.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite people in the scene for sure.
Yeah.
Like funny comedian and just cool person for sure.
Yeah, we did 2 episodes with him, right?
2 or 3.
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Good dude.
Hilarious. They were all hilarious.
First day I ever saw Big Mike or even met him, he called my wife a bitch. So
It was at an open mic. It was at an open
Yo.
mic. It was hilarious.
That's
Your
interesting.
wife got some toughness in her, so
She understood though. Yeah, he said in Spanish.
That's
said
funny.
puta.
She could look like she's sending some daggers with those eyes.
Yeah, she got a look to her, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she didn't see. She is new to the whole comedy thing. She still thinks I'm
losing
losing
I'm sure
my.
the language barrier is like not helpful.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
It's
definitely.
like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah. She likes. We watch Spanish comedy all the time.
Nice.
Yeah, but she didn't get it. She's like, why is this guy calling me a bitch? I'm like, chill out. It's just.
Did she just like
it's
walk
jokes.
in or something?
And then
or,
what do you
like,
want me to
what
do?
happened?
Have you seen how big my?
Yeah, what am I gonna do?
I'm not gonna say anything. Deal with it. We'll find
like-
out.
He's like, hey, you
I don't like the way
disrespected
you,
my wife.
Like, excuse me, pardon me.
Dude, I'll give you $20 if you just say you're sorry.
You're sorry right now.
I handled it, babe.
Well, that could be a good hustle for him, actually.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Just like he just slides you a note, like, here's the apology prices.
$50, and it gets one N-word pass. That word really got dangerous, huh?
That-
Yeah, and I feel like the '90s, they were a wild ride.
Because
Wild
it's
ride.
towards the end of people using it so publicly.
A lot of words are dying. We'll bleep them out, but can't say anymore either. That word was so cool.
No, that's not true.
Now
There's
it's
this-
offensive.
You can still say it.
There's this
But now
Australian
it hurts
comedian.
people. It's supposed to
No.
be.
How
There's
are you
this.
using it? You got
Yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah, if you're calling people that,
Yeah,
then
you being vulgar? Yeah,
probably
probably not.
Why?
Yeah.
And also relativeness. Like if it's you and your homies, like that's different than
Yeah.
getting on stage and like saying stupid shit. So
But
That's true.
Yeah, there's this gay comedian. His name is Reese Nicholson. He was at the Improv one Thursday, and he says he loves calling straight guys because he loves the reaction. So I'm like, this guy knows. So I'm gonna keep saying it. I have a joke, but I think it's pretty tasteful. Yeah, I said it
I
on
would
the
say it's
podcast
different
one.
too, though. If you're gay, it's kind of like
Yeah.
with the N word, like black people saying it still. I'm sure like within your
Yeah.
culture.
But even the way
might be
he's doing
different
it,
words,
it's
but-
it's not being vulgar. It's to see reactions because straight guys are funny when shit like that happens. So
Shock comedy.
yeah,
My
absolutely.
least favorite.
Oh yeah.
What did you like originally watch comedy really that got you into it?
When I first got into comedy, actually one of the first comedians I saw live was George Carlin before he died.
Oh
he
no
was the
way.
shit.
Yeah,
Nice.
the year before he died, which was crazy. But yeah, I got this little Sirius XM portable satellite radio thing for Christmas, like my senior year of high school, and I had like a 3-month trial. So I just downloaded a bunch of comedy albums. And another one of my favorites from that time was Chris Rock's "Don't Kill the Messenger." I think it was that one. It was the one where he has that OJ joke about how the premise is like, I'm not saying he should have killed her, but I understand. He breaks down the trial. Yeah. He said everybody needs a prenup. Motherfucking men. But
Those are two good comedians.
yeah, so those are some of like my early stuff, and then just like the Chappelle Show was on, when I was in high school, so that was like huge for me. And then getting into Chappelle's stand up and stuff like that, and then Def Comedy Jam stuff and Comic View, and just
Who do you like?
whoever
from
had
this?
DVDs at their house and shit. I was just watching whatever I could. But I was like, you have some stand up? Like, let's watch that.
Who do you like from the new wave, like the modern wave of stand up comedians?
Man,
Or say like who do you watch? Like like who do,
I'll be honest, I don't watch a ton of stand up anymore.
no,
I've been
no
actually
podcasts,
wanting
nothing.
to.
I guess they do a lot
I'm a
of
huge
podcasts.
person.
No,
Yeah, like I like listening to myself talk. No, I'm just playing.
this is the first time you've done a podcast. Or have you done one before?
I've done podcasts before. Most recently, I did the Cavness experience or something. I forgot what it was called. We'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, we'll put it somewhere.
But yeah, I did that in
that?
Seattle when I was
45 minutes.
in the summer. It doesn't matter. He'll be fine. But yeah, anyway, I don't know, the last like comedian I saw before I started doing comedy, because now I just go to shows I can, like, we go to shows at the Improv, so I'll catch whoever's over
Every
there.
weekend.
Yeah, but before that, the last comedian I like paid to go see was Amanda Seales, actually, right after she dropped her special on HBO, and she was doing all new material. She was up there for like an hour and a half.
Nice.
So yeah, I like people who talk about current events, women who, I don't know. There's like I know what you were saying earlier. You're like, I don't know if I like a lot of female comedians, because you feel like you're hearing a lot of the same jokes about like sucking dick or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like they all try to use the same weapons.
Yeah, and I think there's just in general there's tropes, but because like you can break down the men a little bit more, and like there's kind of like a little more variety amongst the male comedians because there's more of them. Women kind of get stuck in a little bit of a
I've always
lane.
wondered if that's just male dominance too. Like, no, she's not funny. She's not funny. Maybe
Most of it, yeah.
Sometimes.
Most of it, yeah.
Sometimes, for sure.
Yeah.
There's just this off top, like, it's just like any other like subconscious bias, right? Like how like, you know, white people, all of us are a little bit racist because we were conditioned to it. So then like people are conditioned to only see men as funny, even in real life, like in conversation, even, oh, you're actually funny. Like before I ever did comedy, it's like, why is that so surprising to you? Because I'm pretty.
Yeah,
like,
I know what. No, I know what
so
you
yeah,
mean.
there's
Like
just, like, I think
most
it's
girls
not-
don't even. I mean, a lot of girls don't even have like a funny personality. It's hard to find one.
Yeah, and part of that is because it's like if you're too funny, then guys aren't gonna like you.
Yeah,
That's how we're conditioned on the other side of that. So they're funny as fuck maybe, but they're just not like wanting to say that out loud always. They're like, oh, I don't want to be too funny or come off as too broy, be too vulgar, be too gross, be too this. I don't want him to know that like I think about this extreme, you know what I mean? So like we hide a lot of ourselves sometimes just because like we're taught to.
Yeah, that's really weird that we do that. It's really. I mean,
social conditioning is a motherfucker.
Yeah, it is. Fuck society.
Yeah, it'll get you. That's something that's really cool about comedy because like you have to get over that at some point if you're gonna be great. Like you really can't care what.
And you've
think
seen,
about
man,
you.
you've seen funny, female comedians just here in Colorado.
Oh,
yeah, boom, just like that. So they're out there, absolutely. You just got to weed through, ones that
Maybe
you
I
find
said it
funny.
incorrectly. I should say most mainstream female comedians I've seen.
Well, they're all about what everyone's talking about anyway. So they're gonna write jokes around it and have their little flares and do their little funny quips that they're used to doing because they're about the stage presence and doing everything that, people pleasers almost, but still doing comedy.
Well, that's why we're all here.
Yeah, exactly.
We're people. We want to please people.
Yeah, it's just different stages, different elements, different things to
levels.
consider it. Yeah, I mean, in a way, yeah.
People pleasing syndromes.
Sucks.
Another one. Yeah.
You ever had
working at the Improv? I'm not about people pleasing anymore because people suck.
You ever had like a great night of comedy and you take that ride all the way home to your loved one?
Oh yeah, she knows.
Hell yeah.
Right, sweetie. She can confirm.
I hope she just weigh it out.
Like, I fucking killed it tonight.
I hope he
Take
fucking.
your fucking clothes off.
Yeah.
I hope he does good tonight because I'm fucking ready.
I think I do better when I bomb because I
Wait,
feel
were you
so
already
much-
married when you started comedy?
No, no, I wasn't. I was not.
Oh, okay.
She dug her claws into me, and now we are.
Okay.
But it's
Wait, were
better
you
for me.
together?
Yeah. A little bit on and off, and then
You don't remember?
Sorry, I'm putting you on the
Towards-
spot. What was the
No,
moment? Where was the
it's
first
not.
kiss? You don't remember where your first kiss was?
Well, that
Uh-oh.
was way back.
Do you remember your first kiss? I don't.
When was the first time she saw you perform?
Mine was really special,
Naked.
so I remember.
Right. That was a performance, as short as it was. No, we know each other from middle school, and we've known each other throughout high school. So she's seen me then, and I've always been kind of funny guy, just like you see. So it's just finally getting out there and doing everything. But she saw me first perform. What was the first show I took you to? 2? Oh, was it? Was it 2022? Okay, yeah. So just before, was it after my DWAI? Okay, yeah.
Did
I
any
think
of
that's
that?
a marker for you. Like
Yeah, it's a sweet
Like
marker.
before or after?
Before or
Yeah, before. So yeah.
Did any of that come inspired
Life-changing.
from those crazy nights we had where we would just fuck around and be like, dude, you should do stand up?
Like here and there, and I would think about it, but
Yeah?
it's just like
You remember those where we would just
it's-
fuck around?
Yeah, it's not having to know. It's like not knowing where to go or like who to ask so you can get the information right, and just not being smart enough to like Google some shit on my own, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I always consider it, and I kind of kick myself now for not doing it like a lot sooner, even then, because of fuck, dude, how far would I be now? But it's just for now, it's just time, and I got time. I got so much shit to talk about now compared to what I would have talked about then, and I probably wouldn't have
I
maybe
think
not
about
have been
that
as
too.
successful. You know what I mean? So it's probably better where I'm starting at right now because meeting Dan Mazuka, that was huge.
I would have fought somebody if I started comedy in my 20s.
I mean,
Why do
probably
you say
yeah,
that?
dude.
It's weird. There's some weird shit that goes
Yeah,
down.
just everything. Yeah, and I was in a weird spot in my 20s anyway too, and still being in the army. So I had a lot going on anyway in my personal life that I don't know if like mentally I thought I would have enough time to do anything. So now that it's a little bit better. I mean, like I said, I've dropped off, but I've had a brand new baby girl. I want to help her recover and do a bunch of shit. So it's just trying to figure out life.
I don't know why that reminded me. Just random thought of the old guy that went up at the Lions Lair that you fucking gonged.
Yeah.
I
This
fucking
gonged
guy-
a cancer patient.
This fucking
Nice.
guy.
You
That
call
was
it a
fucked
cancer
up.
patient,
You
A
know who they're
cancer
talking about?
survivor.
huh?
You know who they're talking about?
The Gong Show?
I think so.
Is he a comic? Or?
No, it was just some random
dude
guy who
going
signed
up?
up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just some
Nice.
random guy who signed up. It was just a fucking guy.
Well, he
who
didn't go
ta-
back. He's
he
probably
talked
dead
about
now.
surviving cancer, and I fucking gonged him.
Oh,
You gotta go. Was it not funny?
No.
At all?
Nah,
See,
it
there you
wasn't.
go.
It wasn't.
That's
Even
fine.
like Crawford stood up like open arms.
Yeah.
Guys, I can't gong him off. Someone fucking
there
help
you
me.
go.
here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he gets to go. He just gets to keep going.
Fair, yeah.
No,
For
when
7
I'm at
minutes.
the gong show and people aren't paying attention, I just sit there. I don't talk at all. I just stare at the crowd until they. And then Crawford gets so irritated, and I just look at him. I'm like, you tell them to do something about it. Like if they're not going to listen to me and laugh,
There's a lot of fucking talkative people there.
Yeah, it's a really
all the
rowdy
time.
room and stuff. And like sometimes I always tell my boyfriend I got to be in the mood to go there, otherwise I'm a little too feisty. But yeah, I'll just stand there and like wait. But now the way it's ran, it's a lot different. That's not going to happen because PJ Johnson, he'll be on the God mic, quote unquote.
I like when he does that.
Yeah,
I think it helps.
yeah, I've only been up there once when he did it, and then I didn't know they cut the mic now too. It was a whole thing, but it's a fun show. It's a fun show. It's rowdy. It's a good time. If you can grab the attention of that room, you're doing something right for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool room, and it always reminds me of like a friend's living room. I don't know, it's just cool. I just feel cozy in there.
Yeah,
there's
that's
exposed
my favorite
wires.
dive bar,
It's cool. I
for
like
sure.
it.
Yeah, the owners are really great. Shout out to Tony and Demi.
I don't think I've ever met Demi. Just the
She's tall, really skinny with long hair, like down her back.
I don't think I've ever met her. I don't think I've ever seen her there at any of the shows. Then, or I just didn't pay enough attention.
Probably.
Because you only have eyes for your wife.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, well, she does.
I got you. I'm a good wing woman.
I think I nailed a hot one for my looks, huh? Like I'm a 6. She's like a solid 8. Are you laughing because I'm not a 6 or like?
I'm laughing that you went there. Your wife is beautiful, and yes, you should be very happy. Yeah, don't give that up.
I think the green card really helped.
Nice. Yeah, way to go, man. Way to go.
Take you to an 8 real quick.
Yeah, that brought me up at least a point and a half.
At least, yeah. There's something to bring to the table. It's not even just about the green card, right? It's like some stability, right? You got something.
When the first time we were talking dirty, she asked me how big is it. I did like the weatherman does. I said it's 5, but it feels like 6. So, so you'll be fine, babe. Who even does that? Like, who the fuck started? Like, it feels like 32.
It feels like
32.
It's 50, but it feels like 30. Why did they even add that to the news? I thought that was so weird.
I don't know. It's that's what it feels like.
Teaching
But I'll give that to you.
Wouldn't it be the actual weather if it feels that way?
With the wind chill and all that? No, but I guess not. The
That's so
thermometer
weird.
The thermometer is reading something different.
I'll let
Meteorologists
the
don't
viewers
fucking
have
know.
that. You ever need an icebreaker? That's just use that. Feels like it's a 4, but it feels like 5 or whatever you're working with. Whatever you're working with.
Yeah.
Wow. Do women just straight up ask that? It's
Some-
like, how
I
big
was
is
just-
it?
I was
Like,
just-
I
I
was
was
like,
just-
I don't think I've
She
ever
never
asked
asked.
that.
I was
never
just
asked.
I was
Not
just
that-
gonna say like I was talking to a
You
coworker.
just wait for the surprise.
Surprise.
I feel like
Old school.
some women nowadays are just more bold than others because I've never recently had it happen to me until just this last
more
girl
recent.
this last girl I was talking to, and she's like, how big is it? And I was like,
The hand thing is not super far off. The hand feet thing, in my experience. Not
I
that
wish.
I've collected too much data.
I know I'm not as big as my hand.
No, you
just
can
gonna throw
kind of
that
tell.
there.
There's
No,
also just like an
I've
energy.
measured. That's 7 inches. That's not 7 inches.
Maybe you got to measure from
We're
here.
all very familiar with that, with that
maybe
4 to
that's-
7 range.
Yeah,
as
maybe
a
it's just
dude.
the palm. Yeah.
Maybe I've just gotten lucky. I don't know. I just feel like I could tell. I could tell generally like what folk are working.
I don't know. She'll tell you the truth.
Do you have a type or something that you realize that just
Maybe that's it. Maybe I just have a type.
Yeah.
They all got big dicks. I don't know.
I don't know, maybe women have a sense. They just know you
Yeah,
don't even know you.
I
do.
think
sense
there's a
it.
sense. I think the way you carry yourself.
There you
I
go.
don't know.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely. You just look at maybe just it's the way they walk. I feel like it'd be kind of uncomfortable, like hard to walk.
They
with a
walk
big
like they
old-
have back
Maybe.
problems.
Yeah. A wide walk usually equals so like a big package because I would imagine it's swinging. You gotta like
Maybe.
it's
I
all
wouldn't know.
imaginary, but I would imagine you'd have to walk a little like bow-legged to not chafe,
I guess. Yeah.
unless
That
you're
makes
wearing
sense.
Me Undies, a
Yeah.
sponsor of this podcast.
Yeah.
With
Excellent.
no, I'm just kidding. That'd be dope if I had.
Like the
Is that
arrow.
real brands?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
It's a
let's
soft
get them. Me
underwear brand.
undies. What's
Yeah.
up?
Me Undies is
Let's
like
get
like a real fancy brand.
Yeah.
Okay.
MeUndies.
Are we not worthy of real fancy underwear sponsorship?
He's like,
Let's
"It's
go
too
for
fancy."
it.
I don't have that kind
They're
of money.
they're sponsoring my special. Let's go.
Cool.
Me Undies will reach out.
Yeah. You never
Or-
know. They might throw us something.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
dude.
they could throw you something.
imagine
At least
being
just some underwear, right?
It's,
Like,
it's
damn.
all in how you write the letter, brother.
Would you be
I
cool with
posted
being
many.
sponsored by Dude Wipes?
Yeah.
Dude wipes.
Dude
What's
wipes.
is that? Just butt wipes?
They're
That
like
sounds
baby
nice.
wipes, but yes,
Dudes
for,
feel-
targeted for dudes. They're
We
just-
feel cooler because it's like the label.
they're
Dude Wipes.
exactly just
Okay,
they're
you
exactly
pay more
just
for
baby
that.
wipes.
It's got a
Yeah.
minty after feel also.
Oh,
It's called
Okay, here's the
Mountain
thing.
Rush or something like that.
pH is
What if you
important
had
to me. I'm
some
all about the
fucking-
unscented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you use them, you can't come near.
pH?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't want scented stuff down there because then it rubs around here.
It's it's a balance of your
Yeah.
body's like levels, like your
Have you
You
ever
know
seen
what?
alkaline
Structure.
water?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pH balanced, right?
Mhm.
So you have that within like your body, right? So with women, since we secrete from an orifice constantly, it's real easy to tell. Typically, you've heard my joke about a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's essentially checking where the pH is at.
You seriously
So
have
it's
to
the
do that?
acidity or not.
I thought you were exaggerating.
I don't.
I'm sure
I guess I
some
don't
girls
have
do.
to, but
Yeah.
I'm
But that's one way to do it.
Yeah, very, very much so. Like pretty much part of my shower routine. We just check in, make sure everything's good in there.
Everything's good.
You can also tell where you're at in your cycle. So like when you're ovulating,
Have you
that's
tried
part of
maybe,
the joke.
like-
See, I be trying to teach men about bodies and these sex jokes. Okay.
You ever tried it instead
So
of that, like do the wine in the glass type?
Yeah.
That would just be more work. You gotta take it out and then like it's not like it's
It's a fancy night. Treat
it's
yourself.
not like it's
Treat yourself.
my fluid's a little more viscous than wine, so it's gonna be a little harder to get it into a swirl motion. I haven't mastered squirting yet, so if I fix that, then we can start swirling stuff.
I
in
know
wine
somebody
glasses,
you could talk to who
babe.
could help you with that.
I heard you girls are just pissing yourself when that happens. It's like it's an involuntary release of your urinary gland. Combined with a little bit of special
There's
juice.
got to be something else in there though, because
I think so. It's
Here's the best way that a guy described it to me. He's like,
He's like, I've never experienced it.
It's
Go ahead.
happened twice to me,
There you go.
but with
when,
different girls.
when you put Kool-Aid powder inside a glass of water, even if it's just a little, it's no longer water. It's Kool-Aid. So even if there's just a little bit of special juice combined with pee, it's not pee. It's whatever the fuck you want to label it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound
I
good?
guess so, yeah.
I think that adds up. I said fair play, free haircut today.
Free haircut.
Free
today.
haircut.
I learned something.
That's hilarious.
It's like Tang will never taste the same in water, even if you only put a little bit. It's Tang.
Yeah.
I should have
Tang.
used Tang instead of Kool-Aid. It would have been a better reference.
Tang's good.
That's a good puncher, yeah, Tang. I think it's basically
it?
Agent Orange. Tang is terrible.
What doesn't cause cancer?
Yeah.
yeah,
If you grow your own
all the
food.
American foods are just
Yeah, it's like anything with like food dye
and
in it's probably on the list.
Yeah. Anything with a preservative, yeah.
Not for long.
Anything
I'm
that
going
the
to stop
USDA
that.
says they approve.
RFK Jr. He's going to stop that.
I don't think he can.
Yes,
I think that's
I
a
have-
permanent thing.
I have faith in him. He's got it.
Give that guy a lozenge, huh?
Huh?
Give him a lozenge.
I wish that would fix his problems. I think he's always. I think people have told him that before. You want a lozenge?
Right. You need a couch over something. With
What
some
do-
tea.
Hmm?
Some tea.
I'm T.
You should take some tea.
tea and honey.
Tea and honey, yeah.
Who's the coolest guys you guys have met at the Comedy Works? Or like, in your opinion, like the biggest star, you're like, oh, wow, I got to meet him.
Well, this is unrelated to the improv, but almost any comic at the improv has been pretty dope. But I met John Witherspoon when Cat Williams did his special down in Denver, like in 2013, 14. I get to meet John Witherspoon because I was like private security for Cat before he canceled the show. So it was pretty wild. So I got to shake his hand, and then he died. So
Yeah,
it was
that's-
dope. It was like great because he
that's
was
incredible.
Yeah, he did his hot sauce on my burrito for the stage, and he was because I was standing right there on stage, so I got to see them walk on the stage like behind the curtain and everything, and got to shake his hands. Like it was great. Sounds like you're hilarious. Yeah, he was awesome.
I don't know if I've ever watched his stand up.
Oh, it's good. He has funny stand up. Even before
He's
he was
just
on
like classic
Friday.
black dad. Yeah.
Well, yeah, even before
And-
Friday, yeah, it's classic.
Yeah.
He's funny. He's got some good material.
Yeah, I used
believe it.
to watch the Wayans Bros all the time. Growing
I love
up
that
there.
show.
Yeah,
Marlon
that was
Wayans
amazing.
came right when I quit the improv and I was working my other day job. Man, Marlon Wayans came, and I should have went to that show. Like I should have took the day off to go to the show because I missed him. But
I think
met,
he's coming again.
Yeah.
He recently
Yeah.
popped up on my my feed.
Well, I met one of their daughters, Cheyenne Wayans. She came in 1 year when I was first working there. She came in. She was really nice. She was cool. She was talking up with me and everything about how everything was going in the weekend and like some of her jokes and some of my comedy. So that's why I love working at the Improv, because sometimes you meet comics who are like, they're big names, and they just sit there and they just bullshit with you. Like Martin Moreno, the guy who goes out with Fluffy, coolest guy ever, dude. Same thing. Right after his show, man, we're all just hanging out back, bullshitting for like almost an hour, dude, just rotating blunts and like joints all around, just right outside the 2 double doors outside, dude, just bullshitting.
Hell yeah.
Amazing. About just, I mean, a lot of shit. The conversation went places, but it was good.
You guys know Ralph, older black dude?
Ralph Gray.
Yeah, Ralph
Yeah.
Gray. He was here at your show, yeah.
Yeah, I got the chance to talk to him. I'm going to have a podcast scheduled with him.
Nice.
He was telling me some crazy stories.
This guy I met last night here at the Finesse Mitchell show. He's doing one more show tonight. I met this guy. His name is Mike White, and he used to do comedy at the Improv when it first opened, like 20 some odd years ago. And he was telling me about I was talking him up last night. And he was telling me about all the people who used to go there and how he would take him out golfing at Green Valley Ranch because he gets free golfing and a whole bunch of other stuff and like all the wild stuff that used to happen there. When Pauly Shore came to town, like he told me this crazy Pauly Shore story. It was pretty funny. He's like, it used to be so wild. He's like, it was like the Wild West compared to how it is now.
I'd like to meet that guy.
He's nice. Yeah, Ralph. Or that guy I'm talking about?
No,
Ralph Great?
no,
Pauly Shore?
Pauly Shore.
Oh, Pauly Shore, yeah, because he just opened
he
up
goes
at
to Colorado Springs.
yeah, he does. He goes to Looney's and Threes. Him and
He's just no longer, but
oh no, damn,
it's been closed for a
I
while.
didn't know that. So just Looney's now, huh? Okay. And who else? Nick Swartzen, he goes there. Jamie Kennedy goes down to Colorado Springs all the time. Is it Jamie Kennedy? No, was it Jamie Kennedy? I think he likes going to Monkey Barrel. He just put this thing online, like this live video.
Jamie Kennedy, is that fucking Malibu's Most Wanted?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I'll wait for it.
Yeah, he likes going to Looney's. He's been there a lot of times. He's put on shows. Callan Reese, man, that's another Colorado Springs guy you should try to have on your podcast. He tried to run for mayor of Colorado Springs. Funny dude. He's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, he did run for mayor.
Yeah, he's on Instagram. He's at the Real Mullet Kid. Shout out. Funny dude. Funny dude. Another nice guy. I get to talk up for free about stuff, just bullshit, because he's been to the Improv so many times and I've seen him and he knows me. Yeah. So many great comedians on scene. Dude,
You guys
Colorado.
have like a green room and everything though,
Yeah,
right? You
it's
get to
pretty
hang
small.
out and
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like you wouldn't think being at a mall, the
Yeah.
setup. Yeah,
Right.
you're surprised when you come in, like, oh, okay, that's a comedy club, but it's a very big room, so it's very different from like Comedy Works where you're like down, low ceiling.
It's the biggest
But I've done
room.
like the Laugh Factory in Chicago too, and like that's a theater,
Yeah.
balconies and stuff. So
yeah.
like there's just so many different types of stages and rooms.
What's the biggest crowd you've done so far?
Probably sold out at Comedy Works, or I don't know. There's probably about 300 when I did a guest spot for Damon Williams at the Improv. 'Cause They
Nice.
had like that
Damon Williams.
third tier. Yeah, that was crazy. That was the first time I ever stepped foot in that building, and I just randomly ended up going into the green room to say what's up to some of the comics. And I was like, "Oh, my bad. I don't want to crash the green room." He was like, "No, it's cool. You can stay." And I don't know. I was just talking, and next thing I know, I made this fool laughing. He's like, "You want to do 5 minutes?" And I was like, "Yes." And then Mazuka was like, "All right,
right,
let's go
just
get
like
your
that.
walk-on music together." I'm sitting here like, I just came from the pro-am basketball game looking like a bum. Yeah, I
That's
was like
dope.
less than a year in. It was crazy. And
That
I was
happens.
just go up there and knocked it out. And I also met somebody and got laid that night. I was single.
Nice. Let's see. I know I got
Got a groupie.
Boing.
Yeah, get a.
There's
get
gotta
a
be something
sound.
here.
Yeah, got your first groupie. Nice.
Yeah, first and only.
Got my groupie. I married her.
And now I can't share this with my boyfriend. So we just lost
Nice.
a viewer.
Uh-oh.
We'll cut that out. I'll save that. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll leave it up to the part before you said that.
That's
part.
hilarious. I think it's funny. I don't care. He'll be fine.
I think
Yeah,
he
it's
can
all in
just.
the-
I
it's
think it's
all in
fair
the
to
past.
assume that he knew you probably got laid before him,
Yeah.
unless he lied.
No, I'm a virgin.
You know what happens.
There's a reset button, right?
you
Yeah,
can be
Klaus
a-
Schwab talks about it all the time.
There's no edit button for that.
No, I don't think so. Fuck no.
I wanted to ask you. I had these questions lined up about like the comedy, but what happens all the time is the same fucking thing. We spiral off and talk about aliens and and whatever the fuck else we
Anal
always
rape.
anal rape and transitioning and all kinds of weird shit. And then I get to ask one professional question. Okay. So I will ask one more professional question. What is your plan or your hopes for 2025 comedy-wise?
Well, apparently now I'm filming a special.
Hell yeah.
I guess so. I don't have anything that's like super big, lofty, like things I've never done before, but I want to do at least 1 or 2 festivals that I haven't done yet and hopefully go back to Madison Comedy Week, which is like one of the best experiences I've ever had in comedy. And just in life, it was a really fun week. They get down in Wisconsin and the drinks are cheap. And I got to perform at Comedy on Stage. That was another room that just, oh man, that's a fun club. Like if you get the chance to perform in Madison.
Do you think you would like doing this as a living? Like
just
comedy?
Yeah, 100%. Like that's the big goal. So like
the touring consistently and all that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because I heard it's also a rough lifestyle if you're not ready for it.
Yeah. I could see it getting rough real quick. I've done a couple little runs. The Madison thing was interesting because that's an 8-day festival. I left it early to go do some shows in Chicago, and that trip was part of a 3.5-week trip. Like I literally left Colorado, went to Seattle, went to Miami, went to Madison, went to Chicago, and then came back. So I was like on the road for like 3.5 weeks straight. Wow. So I've dabbled and like I kind of know some of like my do's and don'ts and like must-haves and stuff. So I'm like, if I'm gonna do it, I definitely have to. I'd want to be a little more stable. Like I'm at the age now, like I just can't be crashing anywhere, you know.
Yeah, I think I don't know if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's also changed. Like you can also grow yourself now, just yourself. Like I feel like maybe back then you had to latch onto like a brand or a promoter or something that would take you places. But I feel like now you can promote yourself on your fucking social media all day, every day. You can book your own shows. You can self-contract now, basically, right? Yeah, like people like you. You can book your own show, start your own show, do whatever.
That's how you get shows anyway on stages, man. You gotta have. They want you to have a social media following. They want you to have those numbers so you can get those asses in their seats in their clubs, man. So you really won't get booked almost anymore if you don't have any social media following. I've heard that from so many comedians coming through the improv, just talking about how they hate it and how they're on it and got to get used to it because it's mostly like older
that's like literally the speech at like every show. It's like, look, I don't like doing this, but somebody cares about these numbers. And so with that being said, I'm always very grateful when people do follow and stuff like that. It's like for some reason it all adds up some way, somehow. So definitely always appreciate that. And I have produced some shows, so I'll definitely be looking to produce some shows. I don't know. I might start an open mic. We need some more goddamn open mics. So
see, that's why I said
mess around and start an open mic
tonight. It's not so bad. Just getting more word out there that you're up.
We've been trying to do one in between the I guess so.
Yeah.
Like so, have an open mic and then I guess so, but we just haven't like gotten a way to get that out there yet.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Maybe we could talk, but
because it should start now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's interesting about now too is about to have the New Year's resolutioners.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a bunch of random ass people doing comedy for like 5 weeks.
Trying to get right into it, yeah.
No offense to them, that's fine. Come do it. I'm one of those people. Like some people are like, if you're not good and you're not serious about this, you're taking up space in the scene and
that's annoying.
I'm like,
support.
It's art. Like I don't care.
Support. People
like
are
come up
trash.
here and be trash for 5 minutes.
Right. That's how you get better.
If you don't like it, go to the bathroom or smoke your cigarette or whatever. Like there'll be somebody else fresh up there in a few more minutes.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the people who know they're bad but don't work on it? Like, I'm going to tell the same joke.
Here's the thing. I think some of those people are just like looking for community and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like there's people who just like, they're not getting any better, but they just keep coming. They're not getting booked, but they just keep coming. I think they just need somewhere to be. Like honestly, and like, what's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with that at all.
That's part of it. Like there's different levels.
That's one of the cool things
layers
about comedy.
Yeah, it's art. Again, like you could go get a fucking canvas and some paint from the Dollar Tree and paint something. Maybe you're not an artist, quote unquote, to anybody else, but you're still doing it, and that doesn't make you like you shouldn't be not allowed to do that because you're not taking it seriously. You should not.
It's crazy, like the art they sell now. Like someone sold this banana like duct tape to like canvas, and that sold for like $1,000,000.2 or some dumb shit. Weird. Yeah, like
somebody might like you. We sitting over here like, yeah, this dude sucks, but he might end up with a fucking cult following of 500 people who pay his bills every month, you know?
Yeah.
His little Patreon or something.
There's so many options now.
Yeah, I've got 3 people on my Patreon. It's very sweet.
There you go.
Yeah, I make like $65.
You put all your content on there?
Yeah, I do full sets sometimes, and I rotate stuff out, and then I just like I'll take. So how we talked about earlier, all of my jokes come from like a story. So if I can find like something that like points to the origin. So I found an Instagram story in my archives because I'm a Leo, so I just like look at myself. All the hours I'm on Instagram is just me in my archives looking at myself. So literally, like maybe if you look at my story, I might look at your story. Like, but I'm looking at that, and I found the story where the joke about tinkering and like messing with my car, right? And so the day that I really was fucking with my car, and I'm in the thing, and I'm like, I think I finally sympathize with men. So I found this like 15-second video I posted on Instagram like 2 years ago. And then I put that together, like explained like, you know, what was going on, how that changed, how I tried it. Because the first time I tried that joke, I bought my fucking yoga mat in the Lions there. I was going through some shit that summer.
That's funny.
But yeah, so I like laid down on the ground at one point to tell that joke. Because like I had a tag about my legs being in the air, but it was just, I don't know, going back to like low hanging fruit and just like, yeah. Anyway, don't use that tag anymore. So I explained all of that, and then I added in a clip of me actually doing the joke at like Comedy Works, like where it's real nice and polished up. And so just kind of showing that progression. So that's another like type of content that I post, is just that behind the scenes, like here's where this started and how it turned into an actual fucking real joke. Look at me.
That's like what I was telling you. We could do like, you know, all the shit you edit out from some of the clips and shit you don't want to put on YouTube. You could put on Patreon and just fucking, yeah, like, you know.
Well, mainly stuff that's going to be like flagged.
Yeah. Okay, that too, yeah, for real though, yeah. The type of stuff that's just like, it's not even worth trying to put it out there, but you feel like it's good.
Yeah.
I've only gotten one strike so far. I think we're good.
It's so inconsistent. I'm like, I swear, it's like somebody has to report
and
it.
I see other people, and I see other people, you know, putting like some outlandish
some crazy
shit.
Stuff.
I'm like, wow.
Like, there's full blown like porn out here on the like social media now, and it's like, but this person, because they said a country name or something, it's like all of a sudden. I don't know.
Like whatever's popping at the time, they just like the algorithm like searches for words and shit. From what I've heard, I don't know.
Yeah, that's how they work it now. Just because there's too many man hours trying to people scrolling.
My stupid ass at one point thought there was like a Super Bowl full of Asians on computers, just like checking shit.
You know it. You know it. If they're not making shoes, they're on computers.
We found one.
Ban him for life.
You get promoted like the fucking slave diggers, like when you find a diamond, you know.
Nice.
Like, you get to sleep in the room tonight, you know.
Tonight you get a bigger meal.
You get a bowl of rice today.
2 bowl of rice.
2 bowl of rice. That's a funny way to end it. See? Thank you.
I like ending.
I hope you had a good time.
Oh wait, you're half Asian, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's safe.
Okay, we've got.
Not that racist, just funny. I promise.
Yeah.
Did you like it? Was it fun? Was it weird?
Jokes.
It was all of the above. I had a really good time. The time really did fly. I was like not feeling like I had to escape.
No, that's really cool. I like co-creating.
I could have had a pretend phone call real quick. You know what I mean? And I did not. So.
Did the part of you consider that like today, like, oh shit, I might have to have like a backup out of these guys.
Yeah,
might fucking
like, if
be.
my friend from prison calls me, I'm totally answering it.
Oh, I got.
I've missed his last like 8 calls.
Fair.
So. Nakata, I'll let you take us out today. What's our ending message?
Oh man, our ending mission.
Y'all do fun quotes.
Yeah, to put here. Well, I'll do like a little toasty move. We don't have to really have any drinks, but it's a funny one that I remember. To pussy and gunpowder. May we live by one, die by the other, but then enjoy the smell of both.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Amen.
Thank you guys for
God's
watching.
America.
It's another episode of the I Guess So podcast.
I guess so.
Check out C. Brennan. Check out Nakata the Ginger Jab. Check out Max Scully. Check out Jack Demon. Did I say that? I fucked that one up.
He said, don't check me out.
Well, remember to clean your toys before and after every use, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one.